This land is our mother. She gives us everything that we need. Everything. Your clothing, your food, your love. And now today, a lot of drilling, a lot of mining.
Is that the land oscillates with the memory of the consciousness that has been activated.
I just ask, how would you like to sell your mother's blood? Get an IV run through the blood and put it in a piece of paper cup and sell it. And that's what just this civilization is doing to Mother Earth.
Halito Kana, my name is Jennifer Robin, and I am an award-winning broadcaster and executive producer of KVMR FM's Native American music and talk show Dreamwalk. KVMR sent me out on a gas grant to Cannonball, North Dakota in September 2016, where since April, hundreds of Native American tribes have been supporting the Standing Rock Sioux and gathering in peaceful and ceremonial protests of the North Dakota Access Pipeline. Now the news is going to change. Flare-ups happen, injunctions happen, but what blew me away there was the spirit of Standing Rock, the spirit of the people. I did a 55-minute audio editorial that KVMR dropped into some national syndicate, community program pool, but I have to go back. The spirit of Standing Rock, the spirit of the spirit of the people is what captured me and is calling me back. Each person has a story, and it's not just their story, it's stories of their ancestors, their mothers, grandmothers, great-grandmothers, going back to all these incredible historical points in Indigenous history. And there are thousands of Indigenous people gathered there at Cannonball. I have to go back. I have to capture these stories. What I want to do with this crowdsourcing, desperate beg and plea for money is to get back out there to create a 60 to 90 minute documentary on the spirit of Standing Rock, the people of Standing Rock. So what do I need to do this ambitious, heartfelt, passionate project? Well, I need $3,000 for an RV and mileage. When I did it the first time, I did a tent, I did flood, I did rain, I did it. I proved that I'm an investigative journalist dedicated to the cause. I don't want to do it again. I had a bad back. It was really rough on everybody. Plus an RV also gives us a place to record that we can put Pendleton blankets up in the background and some feathers and, make a vibe in case the weather is terrible outside. We don't have to do any more outdoor, windy, hiding in tents, rainy type interviews. So that is a huge deal. An RV is a necessity. $2,000 for my camera guy, my camera dude, Ted Vincent. He's a pro, been in the business 15 years. I like his style, so he's also / producer. Another $2,000 for the talent / director, which is me. $1,000 for a second camera person. This whoever it is going to end up taking 2 weeks out of their life to go, do what Ted says. So that's got to be worth something. I also need $1,000 for portable satellite Wi-Fi. Out there at Cannonball, there is 0 cell phone service, let alone hotspots to do a lot of uploading and sharing. So this we can utilize while we're there, but also leave it with Myron Dewey of Digital Smoke Signals and Govinda, who's doing Spirit Resistance Radio out there. So that is a huge resource to leave for them to allow them to get the news out and, the daily updates that they have been doing in these peripheral protests. Where am I? $1,500 for Ted Camera Dude. Portable mics, some lens, some, cards, tech words. Also, my brother recommended this portable sound equipment with a dead cat. In the video he showed me, the guy was holding the mic to a fan and you heard nothing. So that's kind of what we need out there. The wind is crazy and I don't expect it to be any better in November, in the winter. Also, video editing, $1,500 with 3 cameras. It takes time to really put something together that, that is perfect and professional. And also $1,500 for audio editing. Everything that we can do will not only go to video, but also audio and get broadcasted out. So we're reaching a larger audience and getting these stories and this information out. $1,000 for food, RV parks, etc. We're gonna drive 2 days in, drive 2 or 3 days home. We also need $500 for a sound guy. Now that we're getting this portable audio equipment, we need somebody to use it. So that'll be fun to have a little sound guy to yell at and say, get your boom out of the shot, Bobby. What's going on here? And then $500 for incidentals. I'm sure Ted's gonna forget thick socks, or I'm gonna need a scarf. Who knows? That's why they're called incidentals. And that brings us to $17,000. And again, what we're gonna bring home is something that will showcase the indigenous spirit and what it means there in the vortex of Cannonball, North Dakota, at Red Warrior Camp, Oceti Shakowin Camp, Sacred Stone Camp, and Sacred Ground Camp, the frontline camp. So we're just gonna spend 9 days collecting stories to bring home to you. So again, thank you so much for taking the time to watch this video. Everybody that donates will get a little something something after we throw it together. If it's not a DVD, a CD, a photo album, I don't know yet, because I don't know what we're gonna bring home or what I can promise you. But what I can promise you is that my heart and soul is in this, and I know the people are eager and willing to share. So let's do this. All right, Yukokam Kana.
I think that they're actually a very small percentage of the human population that makes these decisions and are in control of these corporations. I actually think that we have more support for human rights and for indigenous people's rights than we know. And I think that that's evident in what's happened here in Standing Rock, that we've been able to prove to the world, and maybe really to our own self, right here, that when we put our minds and hearts and voices into action through prayer and through the Creator, and when we are fearless, that we can accomplish anything, and we will accomplish everything, and we will have justice, and we will have a beautiful nation. All of those beautiful things will come to us. They are coming to us now. But we have to be, and there's another quote that someone says, is that we have to be hospices to a dying world, because this world, this way of life of contaminating and wrecking the natural world cannot remain. And we have to let that world go, because that old way is having to phase out, and we have to create this new world now. And so that new world, to me, is part of what Standing Rock is a part of. And I think all of humanity is truly aching in their most deepest bones and in their most deepest heart to be human again, to be Indian again, to be free again.